Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Shout out to Dolph. I just got done from joining Dolph, and I was like, Dolph. He was talking about the same thing, and I was like, I haven't really on my channel. I haven't really talked about the Saints training camp. I haven't really talked about the Saints training camp. So I was like, shoot, Dolph's doing it. A lot of people have already beaten me to the punch. I might as well start talking about it. Um, so where do we get started? Let's start with Mason Tipton. Because a lot of people are guzzling the Kool-Aid, no pun intended, on how Mason Tipton's playing. And look, I like Mason Tipton. I think he's solid. But come on, man. Every single year, there is always somebody that breaks out in training camp. Okay? It got to a point where I don't even pay attention to training camp anymore. Look, I like training camp because it means football's back. Well, not really back, but you know what I mean. But, it means, that football, it's finally back. And, man, football's back, man. But, yeah, I just don't, everybody guzzles the Kool-Aid about Saints training camp. And how every player that balls out in training camp will automatically ball out in the NFL. And every player that doesn't do good in training camp won't do good in the NFL. You know what I noticed? It's always the good players that don't ball out in training camp, and it's always the bad players that ball out in training camp. You know why the bad players always ball out in training camp? Because they want to at least make the roster. Now, look, I understand. Look, Mason Tipton, I have nothing against the man. I think he's a solid wideout. Man, this is crazy. So yeah, Mason Tipton, he's this year's training camp darling. If he's good, he's good. If he's not, he's not. Man. If you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it would just always believe it's stupid. If you know what that means, comment down below. I don't care anymore. I know what it means. So yeah, we want to talk about training camp. I'm talking about training camp. Let's talk about training camp. Man, Mason Tipton, look, he's this training camp darling. Will he be good in the NFL? I don't know. That's training camp. And you notice how we're not hearing guys like Kool-Aid? We're not hearing, well, Lattimore's hurt. But we're not hearing the names of the people that we thought we would hear. Because you know why that is? Because, look, the answer is simple. It's right in front of your face. At the end of the day, the Saints are going to saint. Or for some people, the Saints are going to ain't. So, let's get down to the business, man. Let's start talking about more training camp stuff. But yeah, man, the New Orleans Saints obviously started their training camp last Wednesday. So now they've been doing training camp for 7 days. And their first preseason game is next Saturday when they take on the Arizona Cardinals. I think the game's in the Dome. I'm not sure. But hey, you know what the Cardinals' backup quarterback is? Desmond Ridder. And since it's preseason, if it was a regular season game, Saints Cardinals, nobody would care about Desmond Ridder unless Kyler Murray is either suspended, retired, or does not play, or hurt. I don't know. Nobody cares. But since it's preseason, every quarterback on the roster most likely will get some action. And Desmond Ridder, look, he's the Saints' child. His career record right now is 1-2 against the Saints. The Saints own this man. His first career game was against the Saints. He didn't even have 100 yards against us. His second game against the Saints, He dominated. Third game against the Saints. He dominated in a half. And then the second half came and we railed on him. He was like 7 for 7, 150 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. In the second half, that man threw like 2 or 3 interceptions and freaking fumbled the ball. No, he didn't even fumble the ball. He fumbled the snap. So yeah, man, I can't wait to play him again. That's going to be fun. We get to beat him again. I mean, even if it's like, it's preseason, so I'm not really going to brag about the win if we win, and I'm not going to have my head down if we lose. I will probably recap the game, though. I will do that probably. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. Anyways, I might stream tomorrow night Texans Bears. So, anyways, so we got that out the way. Now I want to talk about Dennis Allen. Look, I like this new Dennis Allen. I like him. But don't look, because last year, before the season, I was starting to like Dennis Allen. Because, you know, I don't know if y'all remember, but like Marshawn Lattimore challenged him to a race, and Dennis Allen looked like cool dudes. But now he's holding players accountable. He's doing it. He's holding people accountable. That's what we've been missing in New Orleans. We needed that alpha to get the message in the room. We needed the alpha, and now we hopefully got the alpha. Because Kendre Miller obviously got hurt, and Dennis Allen had some strict words, but I like those strict words. It's like, if he's hurt, bye-bye. Look, and I like Kendre. But after the injury, I think he's still going to be our number 3 back. I still think he's going to play, but I did once upon a time think Jamal Williams would get traded so we can involve Kendre, but now I think Jamal's going to stay, and Kendre is also going to stay. But, yeah. Next, we got to talk about Alvin Kamara. Why does he not have a new contract? Why? He even said he's not trying to get Christian McCaffrey money.